let you inside," Oz told Tulip once we were safely out of earshot. "He probably hasn't even got a key." "You could have still backed me up," she said crossly. "Thanks for trying anyway," I told her, but we weren't any closer to getting our hands on the translation. I was feeling cold and rather fed up. At this rate, we'd have to wait till after dark to sneak inside the house, and by then our parents would be wondering where we were. I was mulling all this over when a coal merchant's horse and cart swung out into the street. It had come from an alleyway alongside the last house in the row. If, as I was thinking, it was a tradesman's entrance, the alley would run along the back of the whole terrace. It gave me an idea which I quickly explained to the others. "You're mad," Tulip said, though she didn't try to talk me out of it, which I took to be a good sign. When the policeman was looking the other way, we ducked down the alleyway. True enough, it ran along the backs of the houses. The plan was for Tulip and Oz to stay near the entrance and keep watch. "Don't be long," Tulip whispered. I'd once heard it said the thieves would spend nights watching a house they planned to rob, but we didn't have that luxury. "I'll time you," Oz said, looking at his watch. 10 minutes. Go." I set off, aiming for the third house in the row. What I hoped to find was a little larder window left open or a cellar door unlocked. I was nervous and I was sure it looked obvious to everyone. I was up. Almost immediately, a servant girl came out of the first house to throw potato peelings in a bin. She glared at me, hands on hips. You better not be one of them newspaper reporters sniffing around here again." She must have had terrible eyesight to mistake me for a grown-up. "I've lost my dog." It was the first thing I could think of. That's what they all say," she sneered, but thankfully went back inside. By the time I got to the right house, I was sweating. I'd visions of Hannah Watty's maid chasing after me with a broom, or their cook threatening me with a rolling pin. But the back of the place was completely shut up and silent. There were no lights inside, no smoke coming from the chimney. With a quick glance over my shoulder, I went down them and found the door at the bottom locked. Somewhere out in the lane, I heard another door slam and voices, and a girl and a man coming up from the opposite end to where Tulip and Oz were keeping watch. "She's down there somewhere, poking about," the girl said. I recognised her voice and groaned. It was the short-sighted servant again. "You did the right thing coming to find me. Now leave this in the hands of the law," the man reassured her. I gulped. The law. Drat and blast it. The stupid girl had only gone and fetched the policeman from round the front. Flustered, I tried the basement door again. It was still locked. No amount of rattling and pushing could change it. Nor was there time to run. Already I could see the top of the policeman's helmet as he approached the house next door. Desperately, I tried to think up an excuse for being here. The dog one obviously hadn't worked. When I saw the coal chute, all thinking stopped. It was at head height, next to the basement entrance, and metal. And more importantly, when I lifted the hatch, it was just about big enough. This was my way in. With a great heave and a kick, I scrambled through the opening. The hatch swung shut behind me. The policeman must have thought I'd vanished into thin air. The chute part was short. I slid down it chin first and hit the ground with a thump. It was pretty dark down there and stank of damp coal, though thankfully the floor was a soil one and soft, so I wasn't hurt. I scrambled to my feet. The door from the coal store led out onto a brick passage. Down one end was the kitchen. The only sound coming from it was that of a dripping tap. At the other end was a staircase that, I guess, led to the ground floor. I sprang up the stairs. I could feel my heart beating strongly. I wasn't scared anymore. I'd done the hard bit. I'd got inside.